Hello everyone, and welcome to the Nat King Cole, the Untold Legacy channel. This is where we go beyond his velvet smooth voice, that always calm and flawless smile, those timeless songs, to explore the burdens he silently carried, the pain written in blood, the story of a man who stood tall even in the face of hatred. Today, we're opening up a night that the cameras never showed, that the newspapers never fully told, but that became a turning point in Nat's life. A night that changed not just the stage, but an entire era. Before that night. The date, April 10th, 1956. Location, Birmingham, Alabama, Municipal Auditorium. The hall is packed with 4,000 white audience members. Mid-1950s America is still divided by segregation walls. Jim Crow laws control every aspect of life in the South. Black audience members will come at a separate time, through a separate entrance. This rule was an unchangeable reality in those years. They can't drink from the same water fountains, use the same restrooms, or sit side by side on the same bus. Nat King Cole is on stage. In the state where he was born, Alabama, in Montgomery on March 17, 1919, as the son of a Baptist preacher. His real name was Nathaniel Adams Coles. As a child, he sang in the church choir, and when he touched the piano at age 4, people thought God had touched his fingers. But he learned too early just how limited a black child's dreams could be. At 12, his family migrated to Chicago. Like thousands of black families in those years, they fled north hoping for a better life. In Chicago, Nat dove deeper into music. He started playing in jazz clubs, then moved to Los Angeles in 1937 and formed the King Cole Trio there. The trio initially played instrumental jazz. Nat on piano, Oscar Moore on guitar, Wesley Prince on bass. But one night a customer asked Nat to sing. When that velvet voice emerged, everyone froze. Nat's singing was like angels speaking. He exploded in the late 1940s with Nature Boy. Then came Mona Lisa, Too Young, Unforgettable. Each song a different world. Nat wasn't just a jazz pianist anymore. He was one of America's most beloved singers. By 1956, Nat King Cole is at his peak. Capitol Records' best-selling artist. He has his own radio show, does television shows, makes films. One of the first black men to enter white America's living rooms. But this success comes at a cost. Everything works differently in the South. If his photo is taken with a white woman on the same stage, the next day newspapers run headlines like "Cole and the Girl." Gossip, threatening letters, the shadow of the Ku Klux Klan everywhere. Letters arrive at his home. N.O. Know your place. Some letters contain bullets. But Nat doesn't give up. "I'm a musician," he says. "I'm not doing politics, I'm just singing." When he came to Birmingham that night, some friends warned him, "Nat, don't go, it's dangerous." But Nat insisted on going. "I was born in Alabama," he said. "I'm going home." Hatred plotting. The North Alabama Citizens Council, a local branch of the Ku Klux Klan, has been planning for weeks. A racist leader named Asa Carter is organizing the group. They've gathered 150 men. The plan is clear and horrifying. Kidnap Nat from the stage, teach him a lesson, maybe do worse, send a "know your place" message to the entire black community. Rifles, clubs, brass knuckles, knives wait ready in their cars. They talk in their meetings. That N.O. is singing in front of whites, taking photos with white women. We can't allow this. Police have been warned. Even the FBI knows. But in those years, Birmingham police mostly sympathize with the Klan. Some officers are secretly Klan members, so precautions are inadequate. A few detectives keep watch backstage in secret, but no one can fully predict how fast, how brutal that moment will be. The show begins. The show starts. Nat sits at the piano, his tuxedo flawless, his hair neat, his smile as always calm and genuine. Beside him, his band members, bass, drums, guitar. Lights are focused on Nat. The first songs flow. Autumn Leaves, Sweet Lorraine. Soft, emotional, a peace enveloping everyone. The hall is mesmerized, applause rhythmic and enthusiastic. White audience members, people who would never host a black person in their homes, never eat at the same table, are now captivated by Nat's voice. Music's strange power, it tears down walls, at least for a few minutes. Then the third song, Little Girl. Notes rise, Nat's voice spreads through the hall, everyone caught in the magic of the moment. His hands dance on the piano keys, his eyes slightly closed, lost in the music. But suddenly, shouts are heard from the back. "Let's get that N.O." The attack. 4 men rush the stage, then 6 total. Clubs swing in the air, gleaming under the lights. One grabs Nat's knees, knocking him down hard. The piano bench overturns, the crash echoing through the hall. The microphone hits the floor, the sound cuts out. Nat falls on his back. His chin hits the edge of the stage. Blood starts flowing. His back is injured. He feels sharp pain in his spine. His breath catches. The attackers punch, kick. One yells, "No scum!" The hall is frozen. Women scream. Men stand up, but in that first moment, no one can intervene. The shock is too great. Those few seconds, as if time is stopped. On Nat's face, shock, pain, and a moment of breaking. This man who dedicated his life to music, who harmed no one, who's just singing, is now being beaten in the state where he was born, in front of his own people. The band members flee backward in panic. The drummer hides behind his stool. Police finally jump onto the stage. Detectives draw their guns. "Stop! Hands up!" They immediately capture 3 attackers, handcuff them. The other 3 try to escape, but are caught coming down the stairs. What's found in the cars is terrifying. Rifles, clubs, brass knuckles, knives. One car has ropes. What were they going to use them for? No one dares to ask. The evidence is there. The charges are serious. Nat stands up. Nat is lying on the floor. Blood drips from his chin, his shirt torn, his tuxedo dirty. But he gets up. Slowly, trembling, brushing off the dust. His hands are shaking. He holds his back and groans. His smile is cracked, but he doesn't give up. Band members rush to his side. "Nat, are you okay?" Nat nods. "I'm fine, I think." He turns to the audience, picks up the microphone from the floor, takes it in his hand. In his voice, calm but deep pain, his voice slightly trembling. "I just came here to entertain you. I thought that's what you wanted. I was born in Alabama. This is my home. These men hurt my back. I need to see a doctor. I can't continue. I'm sorry." The hall suddenly erupts. Standing ovation. 10 minutes of non-stop applause. Applause mixed with tears. Some pull out handkerchiefs and wipe their eyes. Some embrace each other. Women cry. Men are silent, heads bowed in shame. This hall that just minutes ago witnessed a man being beaten is now applauding that man. But it's too late. The damage is done. Nat retreats backstage. A doctor immediately checks. Deep cut on the chin, bruises on the back, rib pain, possible fracture. X-rays needed. But that night, he doesn't give up. He does the second show. For the black audience. Because those people are waiting for him. He came for them. He returned to Alabama for them. And Nat doesn't disappoint them. When the black audience members enter the hall, they see the wounds on Nat's face. They sit quietly. Nat takes the stage, smiles, and begins to sing. This time his voice is deeper, more pained, more powerful. He never let them down. Justice? The attackers' names appear in court records. Kenneth Adams, Willie Vinson, Jesse Mabry, E.L. Vinson, Mike Fox, Orlis Clevenger, all from Asa Carter's group. Asa Carter, who years later would write The Education of Little Tree, reinventing himself. But that night, a hate organizer. The initial charge, assault with intent to murder. Because there were guns in the car. Their plan was clear, to kill Nat. But the South's justice system kicks in. Charges are reduced. It becomes disturbing the peace. Sentences, 180 days in jail plus $100 fine. But most are released on bail. In the end, none serve serious time. Some only pay a $50 fine. Justice. That's all it was in those years. For Nat, justice was continuing to sing. And he continued. Afterwards. After that night, Nat changes. He becomes quieter, looks deeper. A distance appears in his eyes. Friends notice. Nat doesn't smile like he used to. Cigarette count increases, up to 3 packs a day. He's pumping poison into his lungs, but he can't stop himself. Those cigarettes, perhaps the only expression of the pain he carries. But his voice is still the same. Velvet, soft, healing. A few months later, in November 1956, he hosts his own show on NBC, history's first nationally broadcast program with a black host. The Nat King Cole Show. Every Monday night, millions of Americans turn on their televisions and watch Nat. But sponsors are scared. Southern states boycott. Advertisers pull out. The show lasts less than a year. Canceled in 1957. Nat says then, Madison Avenue is no different from Arkansas in matters of courage. Meaning, Northern businessmen are just as cowardly as Southern racists. He smiles and sings in every episode. But viewers know, beneath that smile is a scar. That wound, not just on his chin, but in his heart. A wound that will never fully heal. Legacy. That attack wasn't just an attack. It was a warning. A message. You can't stay here. You don't belong. But Nat answered with his songs, and his songs still live. Every time you listen to Unforgettable, you feel that night's pain. In every smile, you hear the strength behind that smile, that unbreakable will, that silent resistance. In every low V, you trace Nat's love, not just for music, but for humanity. Nat King Cole died of lung cancer on February 15, 1965. He was only 45 years old. That cigarette habit, perhaps Birmingham's wound, took him away. But his voice didn't die. His daughter Natalie Cole re-recorded Unforgettable as a duet with her father in 1991. They used Nat's old recordings in the studio. Father and daughter came together from beyond death. That recording won 7 Grammys. Nat King Cole, not just a singer, a resistance, a silent victory, a reminder. Music is stronger than hatred, and resistance never loses. Where do you think Nat's strength came from? A. From his family and roots. B. From music's healing power. C. From the unbreakable faith within him. D. All of the above. Share in the comments. Let's talk together. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Nat's stories aren't over.